It was born in tragedy, devoured billions of euros, and nearly faced cancellation. It was once seen as a burden, a technical blunder, a symbol of the failure of European collaboration. But then, this very burden became a hero in the most breathtaking rescue missions on the planet. Airbus A400M. From a flop to a legend. What is the real story? In today's video, we will dissect one of the most controversial, complex, yet astonishing military aviation projects of the 21st century. The journey of the A400M began in the 1980s when Europe grappled with the need to replace aging transport aircraft. The FLA, Future Large Aircraft Project, was born, involving multiple countries such as Germany, France, the UK, Spain, and others. However, due to differences in requirements and budgets, the project underwent numerous changes. A turning point came in 2003 when Airbus Military, now Airbus Defence and Space, officially took on the task of developing and producing the A400M Atlas. The design goal was clear: a versatile transport aircraft capable of carrying cargo, troops, performing aerial refueling, and executing humanitarian and disaster relief missions. Notably, the A400M had to be able to operate on short and rugged runways, a requirement not very large transport aircraft could meet. The A400M Atlas is a massive transport aircraft boasting impressive technical specifications that highlight its superior transport and operational capabilities. In terms of overall dimensions, the A400M has a length of 45.1 meters, a wingspan of 42.4 meters, and a height of 14.7 meters. These dimensions allow the A400M to carry a large amount of cargo and troops. The weight of the A400M is also a critical factor, reflecting its transport capacity. The aircraft's empty weight is 76.5 tons. Its maximum takeoff weight, MTOW, reaches 141 tons. The significant difference between the empty weight and MTOW demonstrates the A400M's substantial carrying capacity. The A400M can accommodate up to 116 paratroopers or 37 tons of cargo. The power of the A400M comes from 4 Europrop TP400D6 turboprop engines. Each engine produces 8,203 kilowatts, equivalent to 11,000 shp, shaft horsepower. This is the most powerful turboprop engine ever built in the West, enabling the A400M to reach a maximum speed of Mach 0.72, equivalent to 880 kilometers an hour or 475 knots. In terms of operational performance, the A400M has a range of 4,800 kilometers with a 30-ton payload. Its service ceiling reaches 11,300 meters, allowing operations at high altitudes to avoid bad weather and certain types of anti-aircraft fire. The ability to take off and land on short runways is a major advantage of the A400M. The takeoff distance is approximately 980 meters, and the landing distance is 770 meters. Beyond its basic specifications, the A400M is equipped with advanced electronics. The autopilot system reduces the workload for pilots and enhances flight safety. Defensive systems, for example, missile warning systems, jamming systems, protect the aircraft from threats. Advanced communication systems enable the A400M to maintain connectivity with ground forces and command centers. The standard crew of the A400M consists of 3 to 4 members, including 2 pilots and 1 or 2 load masters. Great ambitions often come with enormous problems, and the A400M went through a decade that industry insiders called the development hell. The peak of the chaos occurred on May 9, 2015. A brand new A400M, on its first test flight, crashed shortly after takeoff from Seville, Spain. The cause was not a design flaw, but a fatal error in the final assembly process. Calibration data for 3 of the 4 engines was accidentally erased during software installation. This caused the engines to freeze in power output shortly after takeoff. The most horrifying detail? The pilots received no warning while still on the ground. They took off in a machine unknowingly programmed for disaster. The crash was just the tip of the iceberg. The initial €20 billion budget ballooned by over €11 billion. Airbus, at one point, faced losses and cost overruns exceeding €8 billion. The company repeatedly threatened to cancel the entire project unless nations provided more funding. Founding partners Germany, France, and the UK were constantly at odds. Germany reluctantly contributed funds. France was determined to save the project, while the UK openly threatened to withdraw. The project was only saved at the last minute by a €3.5 billion bailout package from the customer nations. The true capacity of a machine is only proven when it faces the harsh challenges of reality. For the A400M military transport aircraft, its journey to affirm its value has been a series of spectacular tests, transforming initial skepticism into widespread recognition. The A400M's redemption story was written in the world's hotspots. In Kabul in 2021, a fleet of 25 A400Ms from 6 nations became a lifeline, evacuating thousands amid chaos. Pilots maximized advanced night vision systems to land in smoke and unrest, proving the mettle of both man and machine. 2 years later, in 2023, the A400M's role was further solidified in urgent humanitarian and military missions. In Sudan, European nations deployed A400Ms to a contested airbase to rescue citizens. During the earthquake disaster in Turkey and Syria, the A400M became the backbone of the humanitarian air corridor, delivering field hospitals and rescue teams to disaster zones. By 2024, the A400M proved its indispensable role. The Royal Air Force used it to drop over 100 tons of aid into Gaza, while France deployed 5 aircraft to respond to a powerful tropical storm in Mayotte. Militarily, the A400M showcased top-tier interoperability during the Pacific Skies 24 exercise with Germany, France, and Spain. Notably, it achieved a historic first by successfully conducting an HIRAIN, High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, mission with the US HIMARS, demonstrating exceptional battlefield flexibility. Key milestones continued in 2025. The German Bundesheer deployed the A400M to evacuate citizens from Israel. Technically, the French Air Force officially confirmed its air-to-air refueling capability for the H225M Caracol helicopter, a complex and strategically significant ability. Additionally, the advanced J-Music DRCM self-protection system is slated for certification with Germany's fleet, significantly enhancing survivability in hostile combat environments. This is the paradox of the A400M, a project once heavily criticized for management issues, but a resounding success in technical capability and operational effectiveness. It has overcome early challenges to become an indispensable strategic asset, a symbol of European resilience and technological prowess. The A400M story is far from over. Airbus is continuously researching and upgrading to modernize the system, with plans to increase payload capacity, integrate specialized firefighting kits, and develop its role as a mothership for launching and controlling drones in future warfare scenarios. These efforts not only reinforce but also promise to expand the A400M's prominence for decades to come. From a project nearly scrapped and labeled a billion-dollar burden, the A400M has proven its worth in the most critical moments, becoming an indispensable tool for global security and humanitarian aid. So, in your opinion, is the A400M a costly lesson in management, or is it proof that superior technical capability will ultimately triumph? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting and informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with our next analysis. Thank you, and see you soon!